Well, for more on this, let's cross to our guest. Ali Shihabi is the Executive Director of the Arabia Foundation, a think tank that focuses on the geopolitics of the Arabian Peninsula. Hello, thank you for being with us on France 24. Now, in his speech, Trump insisted that terrorism isn't about different sects or tribes, the different strands of Islam, while also developing a narrative of Iran as the main regional destabilizer. Is all that compatible?
Well, absolutely, because Iran, actually, while it pretends to be a democracy and pretends to put on a smiling face to the world, has been an enabler of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. You know, after 9/11, Iran let the bin Laden family of Osama bin Laden stay in Iran. They allowed the founder of ISIS to transit through Iran. And they and the Syrians have cooperated quietly with ISIS because ISIS doesn't threaten them. So this is a hidden element of the whole terrorism thing. While the Iranians come out and claim that the Iranians, that they're fighting terrorism, they have actually enabled it and they have cynically used it because they know that jihadi terrorism, you know, Qaeda and ISIS, don't threaten Shia heartlands. They only threaten Sunni heartlands, really. And ISIS and Al-Qaeda want control of Saudi Arabia. They want control of the holy places. So they really don't threaten Iran. So the Iranians have played a very cynical game where they have used them. And this is what distressed the Gulf governments and the Saudi government about what they saw as Obama's naivete in ignoring Iran's overall behavior when he signed the nuclear deal. By focusing purely on the nuclear deal, Obama effectively gave the Iranians a free hand to subvert, really, continue subverting the rest of the region, including in Yemen. What is heartening about this new administration, and I think that's driven a lot also by, you know, Secretary Mattis, the Secretary of Defense, the National Security Advisor, General McMaster, Secretary Tillerson. These are all highly experienced people who know the region intimately. And they've realized that Iran has played a very odious and very dangerous game. And so by concluding his speech and stating very, very clearly that Iran is really a major, if not the major enabler of the destabilization in the region, I think President Trump made a very good point.
But weren't the perpetrators of 9/11 linked to Saudi Arabia rather than Iran?
No, they were Saudi citizens. I mean, if you had 15 Frenchmen or 15 Australians, you wouldn't have blamed France or Australia. In fact,
I wouldn't have blamed Switzerland.
No, but you would have if Switzerland had allowed the family of the mastermind to go through Switzerland, reside in Switzerland, allowed many other members of his organization to operate out of there, and then allow them selectively to go through to Iraq to set up ISIS. You see, it's a very devious game the Iranians have been playing, and not everybody's aware of that.
Now, a senior Israeli cabinet minister has voiced concern about the US's $110 billion arms deal with Saudi Arabia. Isn't this a fine line to tread for Trump?
No, I mean, Obama approved $115 billion in arms. You know, so Saudi Arabia has been buying arms from America for decades. And frankly, a lot of these were in the pipeline. They're part of an ongoing modernization of the Saudi armed forces. They're spread over the next decade. So it's not as dramatic as it sounds. But one of the benefits of shining a light on it, which serves both the Trump administration and the Saudi government, is that purchases of U.S. arms create jobs in America. And that's something that has been hidden from the American heartland. You know, Americans are not aware of the jobs that are created by Saudi imports of American equipment, particularly military equipment. So I think part of the benefit here, because President Trump is focusing on jobs, was to highlight these purchases.
And is it also excellent timing for him, considering you're in Washington, the situation that's threatening to engulf his mandate?
Well, this has been planned for a while, and you know his mandate has been under stress also. So I think it's really a coincidence that it happened at the same time. But I think his speech went very well today, and it will help him.